Good morning, students. Today we will start second chapter of class 12th chemistry, that is electrochemistry. Electrochemistry, it is a branch of chemistry in which we will discuss about the relationship between electrical energy and chemical energy and the transformation of electrical energy into chemical energy and chemical energy into electrical energy, and whatever the apparatus used for these transformation, these all things we have to discuss in this chapter. Nowadays we know that what is the importance of electricity. It plays a very important role in our daily life. Without electricity, life is not possible nowadays. So here, how to get electricity, various form of electricity that we are using in many things like toys, torches, batteries, watches, these all these things, whatever the small source of energy we are using, that is also called to be as electricity. So here we are having two form of electric current. Whenever we are talking about the current, all the cell and battery are considered to be as electrochemistry. This chapter is fully based on the redox reaction. You already know about the redox reaction, in which oxidation and reduction both takes place simultaneously. Whereas loss or gain of electron takes place is called to be as redox reaction. So here this redox reaction may be spontaneous or may be non-spontaneous. On the basis of the spontaneity of the reaction, there is two type of cells, that is, first is electrochemical cell and another one is electrolytic cell. First, electrochemical cell, it is a type of cell in which redox reaction takes place simultaneously. Simultaneously, it means here the reaction takes place without being any startup, as we will be adding any of the two solution. Here it undergoes reaction by itself without any effort. So here chemical energy get converted into the electrical energy spontaneously. Example, we can take torch or toys. Second, we are having electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell, it is a type of cell in which the reaction is non-spontaneous. It means here the reaction do not takes place by their own. Here, to perform the reaction, we have to supply some amount of electric current, then only the chemical reaction takes place. So here electrical energy get converted into chemical energy. The reaction of this one is, it is helpful in the refining of metals like electroplating, metallurgy we have studied in class 10th. These all metallurgy process, it is because of or in the electrolytic cell only. So here we have many example of, first we will discuss about the electrochemical cell, then we will discuss about electrolytic cell. So electrochemical cell, here we have a setup of electrochemical cell. Before going to the electrochemical cell setups, we have to see. This is our electrochemical cell setup. First, what do you mean by electrochemical cell? So it is a cell in which chemical energy get converted into electrical energy, and here the chemical reaction takes place simultaneously. This is the setup of electrochemical cell, in which we have to take two half cell. Two beaker we have to take. One beaker is called to be as oxidation half cell, another one is called to be as reduction half cell. In both the beaker we have to take electrode. Whatever the electrode we are taking, it should be dipped in the same electrolyte. Like here, if we are taking the electrode of zinc, then here we have to take solution of zinc sulfate. Here we have taken copper as a rod, and the solution should be copper sulfate, or the same metals electrolyte we have to take. And this is to be connected with a battery and an ammeter. This ammeter is to see the deflection of current, and after that, in the zinc side, left hand side, we have to put anode, and right hand side cathode is there. Anode will be carrying negative charge, cathode is carrying positive charge in electrochemical cell. Here easily you can remember this one as LOAN, LOAN, lone, it represent, L represent left hand side, O means oxidation, A means anode, and N means negative. It means left hand side oxidation takes place, which will be having anode and carrying negative charge. It is in the right hand side, it is just opposite of that, that it means here we reduction takes place, and it is right hand side which is having cathode and it will be carrying positive charge. So here electron flow from left hand side to right hand side. Whenever the electron flow from this side to this side, current will always flow from the opposite side, means current will flow from cathode to anode. And here the concentration of this solution should be 1 molar, that is standard molar we have to take. So what does happens here? We know that zinc, it is more reactive than copper. It means zinc has the ability to lose the electron more easily as compared to the copper. That's why zinc is going to lose its 2 electron and then it forms Zn2+. It means by the loss of 2 electron, oxidation takes place here, and here in copper, copper is going to gain 2 electron and then it get converted into copper. It means here this one is going to gain 2 electron. It means reduction takes place here, and this difference between the cathode and anode can be calculated with the help of E0. So what are the observation that we see in this electrochemical cell? These are the observation that zinc get oxidized, therefore the rate of zinc electrode reduces. Second, copper get reduced because copper is going to gain 2 electron, that's why it get reduced, therefore the rate of copper electrode increases. Electron always flow from anode to cathode and current flow from cathode to anode. These are the observation in the electrochemical cell. Here we have to introduce with one more thing that is called as salt bridge. This is salt bridge, which is a U tube like structure in which some type of electrolyte, jelly electrolyte is filled. It is jelly to make it solid or not solid, to make it semi-solid. That's why here some amount of mercury also we are adding, and it is called as agar solution, whatever the electrolyte you are taking. What are the significance of this salt bridge and why we are using this salt bridge? Sometime the question, 1 marks question may be asked. So significance of this one is that it makes the reaction neutral. How it helps to make the reaction neutral? When the flow of electron takes place from this to this half shell, here there is lack of electron takes place. That's why to make or to balance the number of electron in this half shell, here the negative charge comes over this side, and to make the reaction neutral. This is the use of salt bridge. First, it makes the reaction neutral. Second, it complete the internal circuit of the cell. Okay, so these are the significance of salt bridge. Sometime it may also be asked what type of electrolyte should we have to take in the salt bridge. So here the answer is that we have to take the type of electrolyte which has similar in the size, because if the size of these anion or cation is similar, then the mobility of these ions would be same, and if the mobility would be same, then it can flow easily from one to another. That's why this type of electrolyte we have to take which is similar in the size. Cation and anion, they are similar in size. Second thing, like some more thing here we have to discuss, that is electrode potential. If we are talking about the electrode potential, so what do you mean by electrode potential? Whenever we are talking about electrode potential, like we have seen here, the electron is going to flow from this to this, so that's why there is lack of electron takes place, and positive ion is going on increases in this side and electron is going on decreases. So the difference generated between the solution and the electrode is called to be as electrode potential. Here also the difference generated, because here negative charge is going to come, it means here we have more number of negative ion and positive ion is going to decreases. That's why the difference generated between the solution and the electrode is called to be as electrode potential for the half cell. But if we are talking about the difference between the electrode potential of these two, so that is also called as EMF or cell potential. that we will discuss later also. Here I am just giving the introduction of this setup, what are these and how the setup we have to make. Second thing, here you also have to see how to represent the electrochemical cell. So first we will be representing at anode. Always you have to take care that first you have to represent whatever the metal we kept in the anode side. So because here in the anode side we have zinc, this is our anode. So first you have to write zinc, that is in solid state after the loss of 2 electron, because whenever they goes into the aqueous they are going to lose 2 electron, then it is Zn2 plus. Then you have to put 2 line, this 2 line represent the salt bridge, and then Cu2 plus, that is in the aqueous form. By the gain of 2 electron it get converted into Cu, that already we have done here. Like that only you have to write. This is the representation. This type of representation may also be asked 1 marks question. Like if it is given copper or silver nitrate cell, salt bridge is taken in cathode. So here you have to write Cu gives out Cu2 plus, then you have to put salt bridge, then Ag plus aqueous state and Ag solid. Here you have to mention aqueous or solid state. Sometime the value of this one is also given. If the value is given, then you have to write here. Otherwise you have to put whether it is in aqueous state or solid state. Okay, if we are talking about or if we have to calculate the EMF of electropotential, so it could be written as E is equal to ER minus E left, so you can also write E cathode minus E anode. That we will also calculate. When we give the current from outside, 3 conditions should be come. Like if we are talking about the electrolytic cell, or if we are giving electricity, then conditions are when electrode potential is less than 1.1 volt. How do we know what are the electrode potentials? So this difference we can see in the ammeter, that I will tell you how to calculate this one. Then normally electron flow from anode to cathode when the electrode potential is less than 1.1. Second, when the electrode potential is greater than 1.1, then the electrode start flowing from cathode to anode. Okay. Third, and it start behaving like electrolytic cell, because here in the electrolytic cell we know that cathode will be having negative charge or anode will be having positive charge. It means the electron start flowing from cathode to anode. So at that time it will behave as electrolytic cell. Or when the electrode potential is equal to 1.1 volt, then it reaches to equilibrium, then the cell stop functioning. Then no deflection can be seen in the ammeter. So these are the simple introduction of electrochemical cell. After that we will start how to calculate and what are the different function that we have to see in the electrochemical cell, that we will be discuss in next class. Thank you.